Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can link your Google Fonts to your HTML and be able to use Google Fonts on your website. So as you can see, I already have my HTML open up here. This is my HTML structure here. I added all of this. As you can see, I'm running my Drive server, so it's open up in my browser here. These are all my heading. I also have my CSS open up here, and now I have a couple of codes. This code just made up this, just some styling to that. So I'm going to show you how you can use Google Font to add to your heading here in each of your heading. So if you don't know what Google Font is, technically, let me just say, when dealing with fonts in HTML or in web development, there are two types of fonts that you can use. There are built-in fonts, and then there is Google Fonts. So built-in fonts, these are the fonts that you can just use on your website, and you don't have to link them, or you don't have to include any links to them anyway. So some of those built-in fonts can be like sans serif, there is Tahoma, there is Verdana. Those are a list of built-in fonts. So when you're dealing with built-in fonts, you don't have to create and link to them anyway. You can just write them down and then they will work just fine. So let's say, for instance, if you wanted to style our heading here, so if you are using a built-in font, all you have to do is just come down here, and then you got your H1, right? H1 there in your wrapper. So just call it, wrapper, and then H1, right? So you just want to change the font family, right? You can write, let's say, Tahoma. So if you write Tahoma and then save, you will see this has now changed to Tahoma, right? All you had to do was add the styling to that. You didn't have to link it anyway, since Tahoma is a built-in font. So that's not the same as Google Fonts. So if you want to use Google Fonts, you first have to create a link or link them into your HTML, and then you can be able to apply them to your file or to your HTML then, right? So if you don't know what Google Fonts are, you can just visit, if you come here, you just open this up, you can just visit fonts.google.com, and then they will give you a list of all the Google fonts like Roboto. So we got Open Sans, all this, Razzo, all this. These are all Poppins. Poppin is my favorite. Actually, I use Poppin in most of my project. So these are all the Google fonts that you can choose from. So let's say, so to do that, to use Google Fonts, you have to link them. So I want you to come to developers.googles.com/fonts, right? Come down here, and then if you are here, I just want you to open guides. Click on guides there, right? And then this should open up. So when you are here, in here, I just want you to copy this link here. This is the whole link, all this. Just copy that, right? And then I want you to come into your HTML there of text editor. Then let me just enlarge it so that you can see. And then in between your header tag there, you're opening and closing, just paste that in there. As you can see, it's like that, right? You can just remove this, and then you have it right there. See that? That's the link there, right? Perfect. So that's the link. Now in here you can change this. As you can see, this is tangerine, right? So let's say you save that. Let's say you wanted to, you have this. Let's just go back here, right? Let's say you got your H2 here. This is your H2. You wanted to use tangerine there. Now all you have to do is call it, right? Come in here. Let's say you want to, this time you are targeting your H2, right? Is wrapper, right? H2, right? And then you want to target your font family. You want to use tangerine, right? Save that. As you can see, it has now changed to tangerine. Let's just add the font size so that you can see. Let's make them a bit bigger. So font size, these are just some CSS styling. Let's make it, let's say, 60 pixels. right? So that you just can make it bigger. So now you see it has changed to tangerine. That's because you link your Google font first. So if we were to remove this, so let's just remove this to show you that it won't work. So let's just cut that out there and then save, Ctrl S to save. Right, as you can see, it has gone back to the default font, which is Times New Roman. So to use a Google font, you have to link first, and the link you can get it on the developers.google. This is the link here, developers.google.com/fonts. So and then paste, this is the link here. So if you wanted to use different fonts, again you can just come here. These are all the Google fonts that you can use. So let's pick another cool one. Let's say we want to use Sri Lanka. So if you want to use Sri Lanka right there, so all you have to do is just come down in, you know, already know this, so just copy that and then paste it down, since you have to paste it down. And then let me just enlarge this so that you can see it, right? And then now we do have to come here and then give it that Google font name, since you want to link it to that. So now let's add Sri Lanka there, Sri Lanka. Make sure you spell it the same way, right? Come in here, make sure you use the same there, Sri Lanka, right? So come in here, you add it there. Now let's say we want to apply to our H3 there. So make sure you save that. And then come in here, now call Sri Lanka. So we know it's the wrapper. We want to call our H3, right? So font family there. Just you want to use Sri Lanka. Make sure you spell it right there. And then if you come in here, you'll see it's now applied there. Got your Sri Lanka there. So let's increase this, maybe this font size, let's make it to 60 pixels, just so you can see them. See, you got different font there. That's your other Google font. So yeah, I believe by now you got the point. All you have to do is just link this. If you want to use Google fonts, all you have to do is just link this and then change the name here, and then you can be able to apply to your to add some styling to that, and then it will apply to your file in here, to all this. So you can change that, and the most important thing is just this link. And if you don't know where Google font are or what Google font to use, you can come down here and just choose whatever name you want to use here. These are all the Google fonts that you can use there. Alright, perfect. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. And if this was your first time, then please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any content that will be posted. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace, love, and unity.